Hi everyone, my name is Jiwa Farrell and I'm running for Lakeland City Commission Northeast District B. My husband and I, we have called Lakeland home for the last 10 years. When James and I moved here, we were really happy to see how the family environment was here in Lakeland. It felt like home. We ended up adopting a little dog named Devo. We got him from the Lakeland SPCA, and we were told that Devo was a Whippet mix at 4.5 months old, and he grew to about 14 pounds. So we ended up having him genetically tested, and we found out he was a rat terrier, Chihuahua. So we kept his name Devo, even though he wasn't a Whippet, but he's our little guy. And so I first considered running for the Lakeland City Commission in 2016. My mom and I, we were granted a proclamation from then Mayor Wiggs. The proclamation was for lung cancer awareness. In 2015, we lost my sister due to lung cancer as a complication with her lupus. And she was 45 years old. And at that time, our family was, we were broken with such a terrible loss. And as we sat there in that gallery, we decided to stay and watch the rest of the city commission meeting. And I realized that I can actually make a real difference, and I can help others in the way that our city came out and helped my family and me in a most devastating time for us and lift us up. The fact that a city and a city commission had the power and had the compassion to do that really touched home to me. That means a lot. I feel that everyone deserves a seat at the table, and every voice should be heard. And that's my intention when I become your next commissioner. My campaign, first and foremost, is about people, and it's about community, and how do we bring that community together. I know what it is to be a constituent, and I know what it is to be ignored as a constituent, and it is my promise that none of my constituents will feel that way. Everyone will have their time to speak with me. I will have an open door policy, and I don't want anyone to feel as if they're being ignored. For over 10 years, I traveled to Washington, D.C. as a lupus patient advocate, most recently with the Lupus Research Alliance. And in that time, I've seen a lot of things, a lot of positive changes happen with the different groups that I've traveled with to D.C., giving a voice and a face to this autoimmune disease called lupus. And the most recent changes, the most fantastic changes, it was actually additions to the Department of Defense budgets and the National Institutes of Health budgets for biomedical research and for lupus research. And we made great strides in that regard. We have worked across aisles. There is now something called a bipartisan Congressional Lupus Caucus. So I also know what it is to work across the aisle. And this is a nonpartisan seat for which I'm running on the City Commission. And I will work across the whole commission to ensure that we can accomplish things for our great city. I understand what it is to have a small business. My sister was a small business owner, and I have experience in the insurance and finance sectors, and it's my goal to bring those experiences along with my experience on Capitol Hill, working across the aisle, to bring that experience home to Lakeland, to work with everyone for a common purpose. And the common purpose is to bring our community together in an organized way. I'd like to see our college students retained here in Lakeland. I would love to see businesses able to create jobs that are in the high-tech industry, the higher wage jobs that would allow our students to really feel more of a desire to stay here in Lakeland, to stay home. And that way we can grow our community with our students who are trained here in Lakeland and essentially live here in Lakeland. So it's my policy that everyone will have an open door with me, and I want that enthusiasm and that passion that I have to show. Thank you so much.